and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the Magician. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And the World. 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is a really strong energy reading with a lot of subtle messages that I'm going to try my best to articulate all of them. So I'm seeing that you've changed the way in which you're manifesting things. You now have a deeper understanding of who you are, why you make the decisions that you make. You're more in tune with your emotions. You're not hiding them as much as you used to hide them or shove them down. And you've come to a different understanding of, in order to create your external world, you have to focus on your internal world instead of you trying to fix everything on the outside instead, if that makes sense. So you're focusing more on aligning instead of trying to force people and situations to fit to what you are looking to manifest. And I'm seeing here that some of you really struggled with that. I'm seeing that in your childhood, you may have grown up in a family where you were told that everything you did was wrong, or you were never good enough, you never made the correct decision, it didn't matter what you did, you were always in the wrong. And that put you in this fix-it sort of mindset. And I'm seeing that you got rebellious in that to the point where you wanted to prove so badly that you could fix the situations that you were in when things didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to, that you went to such an extreme to fix it that you actually ended up getting yourself stuck in worse situations, because that was not coming from an equal reciprocal energy with other people. That was coming from you trying to fix them or trying to fix the situation or force a situation to be positive when it was negative. And you've realized that that is coming from a lack of self-worth. You're starting to understand the subtle differences between those types of energies. You're starting to realize that instead of forcing these situations or trying to make things be a certain way or people be a certain way, as the master manifestor who has the control of their own life, you're in control of your external world by what you choose to entertain or not entertain. Not by forcing situations and people to be in alignment with you. You've realized that the key to manifesting is alignment and letting things that are not meant to be in your life go and allowing new things to come in versus trying to force that situation to be better. And this was a very hard realization for you. I mean, it caused a lot of pain and a lot of depression, a lot of betrayal, because that's also a form of overgiving in which you were overgiving to the wrong people, overgiving to try to solve problems or situations that were not really solvable because those other people had no intention on being reciprocal or being kind or giving or loving in any kind of way. And that was a really rude awakening for you. And I'm seeing that you're still sort of opening your eyes to some of these things. And it's allowing you to shift your reality and step into a different energy. It's allowing you to make different decisions. And it's allowing you to really rebirth yourself and bring yourself to a higher, more ascended level of consciousness and understanding that is making all of those aspects of your previous world and life shed away. That was a really big message, but that's largely what I'm seeing here in the past. You're now starting to align with people who are more in alignment with you. You are now giving to people who are giving back to you, or at least you're taking the steps for that to be the case. You may still struggle sometimes because these journeys are not linear. There's going to be days when your progress wins, and there's going to be days when your trauma and your wounds and those types of things win. And that's normal in a healing scenario. But I am seeing that you're starting to be able to tell the difference between those types of energies. You're starting to realize that some of these flaws that are happening in your life and with other people, don't do it, Bear, actually have nothing to do with you or your self-worth. And so you are separating yourself from that energy. And I'm seeing with the Page of Wands that you are now recreating this world for yourself of how you want things to be, and you are more excited. You want to take action on it, and you've started taking action, but you're also not exactly sure the steps to get to this point, because the world is having the literal world at your feet, but it's also like major chapters closing out, major new beginnings coming in. It's wish fulfillment of something that you've worked very hard for. For some of you, this is going to come in the form of a giant spiritual awakening, where you're going to go through this really painful process of peeling back the layers of the onion of spirituality and of yourself, and these intricate layers of your consciousness, your understanding, how you feel about yourself, your internal voice, your higher voice, all these things. And it's going to end up bringing you to this point where all of these things that you've been through in the past, because I'm hearing for a lot of you, this has been like a very rough life for you. There's been a lot of sadness and disappointment and trauma, and for some of you, major abuse that's happened. And I'm seeing that that is shifting your realities to where you're now stepping into this place where you can be much happier. And it's like this chapter that you're stepping into almost is like not even recognizable to where you've been, if that makes sense. No, stop it. And I'm seeing too that you allowed your passions and what you cared about and your curiosities and your creativity to be put on the back burner for a really long time. Mainly because I'm seeing that you had to focus on survival for so long that being creative and those types of things felt frivolous, and or you felt completely blocked from being able to do that because your brain was processing all this other information. You were so stressed out and things that it was pretty impossible to get into that creative mode. And I'm seeing that that's actually starting to come back for you. And so, stop, Bear. No. So, continue on your journey of curiosity and your journey of learning, your journey of being creative. Allow those things to come to the forefront. Because in this new chapter, it's going to be a very important part of this new chapter that you're creating. Because what you have to realize, whether you use your creativity as a job or that's like your major focal point of your life, or if you're an artist or not an artist, your creativity plays into how you build this world for yourself. Your imagination, your daydreaming, those things help you build what it is that you actually want to manifest for yourself. So don't shove that down. Embrace that, step into it, follow those curiosities, follow, I guess, that sense of wonder, and allow that to usher in this new chapter of your life. All right, so that was a lot of information. No. So I'm going to take one more card, just some final guidance, but then I'm going to leave it because some of this too, you may have been doing and not even realizing that you were doing it. And so it being pointed out to you may give you a little bit more of a direction on the areas you may need to focus on or that you may need to journal about. I keep seeing the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. So I dropped 3 cards. So we have the 9 of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Fool. There's something that still needs to be released here. And I'm seeing you're sort of paralyzed by the situation here because you're worried and anxious about the unknown, or maybe there's a relationship you need to end and you know you need to end it, but you don't know how to go about doing it. Or there's some sort of decision that you need to make. You need to reject something or remove something from your life. And I'm seeing that this is one of the major obstacles that's standing in your way of this new chapter coming in, because you're allowing it to, it's like you're allowing whatever it is that you need to release to paralyze you, and you're not like taking action. So nothing's really moving at all. Like it's sort of stagnant. But I'm seeing that your worries and anxieties over this situation are largely coming from your emotions tricking you into thinking things are worse than they are. There are solutions here that you're not seeing because you're allowing your anxiety and your fear to prevent you from seeing the solutions. So you need to regroup. You need to take some time to think about the situation that you're dealing with and try to think about it in a different way. Try to look for solutions instead of problems or obstacles. Try to look at it from a different perspective, because your new beginning is on the other side of this situation. But this is the one thing that still hasn't been resolved. It's the one thing the universe is sort of like hung up on, of like, okay, well, until you deal with this situation, I can't bring these other things in because the two don't align and coincide with each other. So that's going to look different for each of you because this is a collective reading, but deal with the situation. Find a way, because your new beginning and your happiness are on the other side of that. So get out of your own way here and out of your head and start taking the action that you know you need to take. And if you're uncertain about that, take some time to get in tune with your intuition and your higher self. Ask your guides for help, and it'll be presented to you. All right, so this is your reading. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video. Your affirmation for this reading. Gosh, there's so many different aspects of this reading. I don't even know what your affirmation should be, because I feel like it depends on which area of the reading you're struggling with the most. So I'm just going to pick a general one of, I am releasing my past to step into my future. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.